Gold's mystical qualities have attracted human beings since the dawn of time. But gold is so much more than a mere commodity or even monetary value. Gold has plenty of nuggets of wisdom, which I'm going to share with you. First, the history of gold. It's been found over 7,000 years in mines, with the earliest records in Bulgaria. But even beyond that, 40,000 years ago, we found golden nuggets in Spanish caves. And then we look at the Vedic tradition. Gold is way before even 40,000 years in the Vedic tradition. And Vedic mythology shares that Agni, this fire aspect of consciousness, this divine fire, the mythology shares that fire was witnessing the 7 wives of the Saptarishis, which are the 7 wives of the 7 great seers. And Agni, this fire, was overcome with lust, and his semen spilt from him and fall onto the ground. When this happened, this is how gold came. So gold is the essence, that reproductive essence, refined essence of fire. Because, for example, in Ayurveda, when we get to the medicinal aspects of gold, it has to be purified. It has to use plenty of fire to transform and make it medicinal. Why is gold our metal of choice? Why is it this superior, fantastic metal? Well, it's very noble. It doesn't oxidize. It doesn't corrode. It is such a malleable metal. You don't even need chemicals to work with it, to extract things. So it's such a powerful metal, so easy to work with. Why it's so noble, it doesn't tarnish. It's everlasting. We find gold from Egyptian tombs, which look like it's just come out of the mint. Or gold in shipwrecks, which has been there for who knows how long, which also looks like it's come out of the mint. And even in 1972, there was a spacecraft, Pioneer 10, has on it a golden plaque. This golden plaque is an image of man and our solar system and where Earth is located on the solar system. So it contains these images in gold of man and also a map of our planet Earth in the solar system. Now, why did they use gold? Because just in case this aircraft comes into contact with extraterrestrial beings, which is estimated to take 10 billion years to reach, the gold will last. So that's why in 1972, Pioneer 10 and the space crew used gold. In 2017, it was estimated there's 187,000 tons of gold on Earth. And that's just what's been mined so far. 50% of the gold on Earth is in jewelry. 40% is in investments like bars and coins. And the remaining 10% is used in wires. Where it's mined the most is South Africa, which is about 22% of the world's gold. And how this happens is, and there's a famous mine in South Africa, it really happens from meteors in the past hitting the earth and creating this reservoir for the gold to be harvested. So China is the biggest producer of gold. It's about 440 tons a year. And not only is there gold in lands, but there's gold in the sea. It's estimated that there's anywhere between 10 million to 20 billion tons of gold in the sea. Now, this gold is so minuscule. You can see on the periodic table, gold is the sign of AU. And the wonderful thing about ocean is it has basically all the elements on the periodic table. That's why now it's literally a health intervention on the modern health scene to be drinking salt water. But it's so minuscule that it's not even worth harvesting. In fact, there have been many scientists who have attempted to create gold harvesting mechanisms from the ocean. In the early 1900s, there was a man who tried to harvest the salt water and extract the gold, but it was never successful. Gold is way too minuscule in the salt water. So what is the deal with carats and gold? 24 carat, 22 carat, 18, 16? Well, 24 carat gold means the metal is 100% gold. Now this you won't find in jewelry because you can't manipulate it and make jewelry out of it. You do use the 24 karat gold in Ayurvedic medicines when we're using gold internally. 22 karat gold is about 91.67% gold. The rest are other metals. 18 karat gold, which is pretty common, what I'm wearing is mostly 18 karat, and that is about 75% gold. So what are the other metals? These can range. This can be titanium, silver, copper, and even nickel, which is actually banned in Europe because some people you'll see they wear nickel medals and they'll get skin reactions or some allergic reactions. But the metals can differ. Copper's a big one, and of course it will change the color, so you can get even red gold, blue gold, white gold. This is all what the other metals you're using. Unfortunately, in Australia and some other Western countries, it's hard to get 22 karat gold. They're more on the lower side, where most of this is from. For example, in India, it's more on the 18 to 22 karat side. Now for the medicinal benefits of gold. Gold has medicinally been used by so many cultures. In Roman times, it was used as an ointment for battle wounds mixed with honey, and great military leaders. In Ayurveda, of course, it is one of the prime medicines. It's called Swarna or Suvarna in Sanskrit. The main thing it says is it's auspicious. It is called a rasayana, which means that which spreads the essence of life. Rasa, ayana. Rasa is the essence of life. It's that fluid within ourselves which maintains our vitality. And so gold, of course, when properly purified and processed, can be like a longevity elixir. It's also a vajikarana, aphrodisiac, because gold is very powerful of strengthening the system. It strengthens the whole physiology and all the tissues and the reproductive tissue, which is not always an easy tissue to strengthen. It usually takes a strong medication to be able to penetrate all the way to the reproductive tissue. It's also known to produce a good voice. It gives pleasantness to the voice. It helps with the intelligence, wisdom, and memory of the brain. It makes the body strong and stout. It's good for the eyes and for the vision. It helps build the body. So things like even tuberculosis or feeling emaciated and consumption, very weak, without being heavy to digest, can be heavy. But when we have it in the ash form, like the common Ayurvedic preparation called basma, it penetrates the system. It doesn't need to be digested. It quickly penetrates the body and builds that deep nourishment. In Ayurveda, it really is so important to purify herbs, especially metals and minerals like gold. We call this purification Shodhana Samskara. Shodhana means purification. Samskara is like removing the scars. It's really important, and this is why there's a lot of confusion about the metals in Ayurvedic medicine, but we have to purify the metals really properly. Then they are highly medicinal. Basma, which means ash or calcified metal. So we take the gold, we purify it through an extensive process, then we calcify it, we burn it into ash. And that ash is such a minute substance, and that can be mixed with other medicines. It can be even taken by itself with honey. So many ways we can take Swarna. Now, of course, gold is used in Jyotish, in Vedic astrology, a lot. Here you see gold with ruby, sun, gold with emerald for Mercury. So Mars is a planet related with gold, Mercury is related with gold, also Venus is related. Of course, the sun, Surya. So many planets, gold, the metal resonates with the elemental makeup of the planets. And not only are they having synergistic elements within each other, but also the light of the planets, of the stars, of the sun, shining onto the gold and then onto one's skin enhances that planetary energy. There's a German proverb which says, "When gold speaks, every tongue is silent." So gold is this superior divine being. It's this mineral coming from Mother Earth, but a mineral with this radiance, with this tejas, with this, which means this divine fire radiance. And for that, we can utilize it in a sustainable way, in a medicinal way, in a healing way, not to look glamorous, but we keep the gold to ourselves. We keep it under our clothes to touch our body and feel that radiance. So maybe you'll be looking at gold differently and honor its purity and enjoy it and allow it to radiate us, through us, for everyone else to enjoy.